Hey guys, what's up everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the Apex Academy of Mathematics, where learning the language of the universe begins here. I am Akin, otherwise known as Apex Selenium, and in this video we're going to be talking a little bit about what it takes to become really good at math, or better yet, what it takes to become a math genius. So stay tuned on this channel and make sure that you hit that subscribe button below, smash that notification bell, okay? So there are about 5 or so questions that students repeatedly ask me out of 1,000 questions that I'm asked every day. And these questions are pre-recorded and right here on my phone, which I'm going to be sharing with you, giving you the tips and also my personal answers towards these questions. So where did my journey started? How did I become so good at math? When do I actually practice math? How often do I practice? Or actually, how do I practice math? How long do I practice for? What can I do to become really good at math? And how do I teach all my students for them to understand? These questions are questions that I'm asked every day. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing my responses towards these questions. It started back in high school like every other student, struggling with math, having a hard time, failing, passing. It never stopped, but I never give up. I continued to practice and eventually I passed my exams. But where did the journey really begin? As a matter of fact, I hated math all the way up to age 17. And then I did my exam. Something happened. It clicked and I started loving math. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but you have to go through that process for yourself. It was really my teacher, Mr. Lilly, who really guided me, showed me that you were called to do math. As a matter of fact, thinking about it right now, I did not want to become a teacher, but actually I was called for it. So that's why I'm here right now, doing this video and doing this on my journey. You're most likely wondering when is the best time for you to practice math. And it really depends on your daily life schedule or your daily school schedule. But one of the best advice that I can give you is to choose a specific day or days in the week and must lie in between lessons. For example, if you do math in school on a Monday, you want to make sure that you reinforce the lesson another day other than the day that you have been taught that lesson. Example, if you were taught math lesson on a Monday, you want to reinforce the lesson on a Tuesday. Make sure that this routine that you have set up for yourself remains consistent. Reason being, the brain will function accordingly. It will always be prepared to do math on this very specific day. One of the best techniques or one of the best methods that I can teach you of how to practice math is actually to practice with a specific objective. It's actually not the best idea to practice 3 different topics in a given week. It's always good to be objective, meaning that if there's a specific area or there's a specific content within your math curriculum that you need to focus on, you need to choose a specific time, a specific amount of questions, and a specific day in which you're going to work on these problems. Ensure that the topics that you're practicing are correlated, meaning that if I'm going to be working on equations, I want to work on all different types of equations. Example, there are many different types of equations in math. Linear equations and linear inequations, quadratic equations and quadratic inequations, simultaneous equations, simultaneous quadratic equations, and so much more. So you want to make sure that if you're going to choose a particular topic, you want to make sure that the topic that you've chosen, they are correlated and they can be connected further on. Many persons actually believe that you must study math 2-3 hours a day, 10-15 hours a week, or even do as many as 100 questions for an entire period, which is actually not factual. It is always best to choose a study session that is short and spicy and very objective. When your sessions are short, spicy and objective, oftentimes the content goes into your long-term memory. And that's the best method that I can teach you of how to practice math. In terms of the time period, it is best to keep your study sessions within a 45 to a 60-minute window. Within this time, you can study a set amount of questions using a set objective. So there's actually no big secret to how it is that one becomes really good at math. It all comes back down to practice, practice, and even more practice. But you first have to establish why is it that you're doing math. Are you doing math because it's something that you love to do? I love to do math, that's why I do it. Or are you doing it by force? Is it a prerequisite for a course that you're doing in a university? Or is it an external exam that's coming up that you need to pass and then you're doing math? All these and so much more are factors that will affect your competence level in math. So you first have to know why you're doing math, then you'll be able to figure out a formula for you to become good at math. But there's actually no secret to becoming really good at math, except that you must practice, practice, and practice. So I've been asked the question of how it is that I really help all my students to pass their exams or to even become really good at math. And the reality is this, that when I was in high school, I hated math. I don't know what happened, but I started loving it. And since I've been teaching math, I've always asked myself, how is it that I would like this topic to be taught? Then I just imagine myself in the student's shoes, and then I'll simply teach the student as how I would like. Teaching is not a difficult process, but it's also not an easy process. You simply have to be empathetic towards the student, putting yourself in the student's shoes, and that is how I gain my success through teaching. Alright guys, so that really puts a wrap on all the questions that you guys have for me and all the questions that I've been often asked to answer. And those are just my personal perspective on those questions. Now to wrap up this video, I just want to let you guys know that becoming really good at math is a demanding responsibility. It takes patience, it takes time, and of course it takes a lot of practice. But all you have to do is stay focused, find the reason behind why you're doing the math, and that's how you're going to become a genius like me. This channel is not all about helping students to pass their exams or to do their assignments. It's creating geniuses like myself for the future. Math is becoming a fear factor for everyone, and we want to remove that fear from everyone's mind. Math is really a beautiful subject, so join the team and make sure that you become a genius. Alright guys, so I want to thank you for watching this video again. It has been an amazing journey with every one of you, and I want to thank everyone for the support. But I also want to offer you some more assistance in terms of direct contact. So you can definitely look in the description box right below for the links to my Facebook page, for my Instagram page, for my Twitter, or even for my personal DM in WhatsApp. All that information is in the description box below. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video, and I'll see you in another one of the Apex Academy of Mathematics tutorial video. See you soon. Take care. So, Ghana, we're going to take the picture. So my objective here is